Alright, so today I'm going to go over a few things. I'm going to go over the trade I took today, my first trade of the year, and then I'm going to go over imbalances and liquidity. So on a higher time frame, just overall, the market is going to target two things. It's going to target liquidity and imbalances. So what is liquidity? I've explained this in other videos. Liquidity is previous day lows, previous day highs. The liquidity is equal highs or equal lows, which is based on what I traded today. It was a form of liquidity, equal highs I traded up to today. And what imbalances are is mostly just think of it as a fair value gap, right? So let's say you have your previous day high right here and your previous day low right here. So that is liquidity. That is what we consider external liquidity, right? But in the middle of this external liquidity is an imbalance, right? So let's just call it for value gap. So let's go to a higher time frame. If it loads. Okay, so let's just do this, right? I mean, you can see it everywhere, but so let me play this out. Alright, so we have liquidity here and liquidity up here, and there's our external liquidity, right? Those are our big liquidity levels on this 4-hour time frame. Now, where is our imbalance? Our imbalance is right here. So obviously we do not trade on a 4-hour time frame, right? But I mostly trade on the 1 to 5 minute time frame. But what we can use this 4-hour, aka the higher time frame, for is our drawn liquidity, which is this fair value gap right here. So even though on a higher time frame we're bullish on the lower time frame, that we could be bearish on a lower time frame but bullish on a higher time frame. And all this is kind of hard to explain, so bear with me here. Bearish on a lower time frame is a retrace on a higher time frame. Any good trader who understands these markets will tell you this. Bearish on a lower time frame is a retrace on a higher time frame. For example, if we went to a 5-minute time frame here, let's play these next candles out. See, do you see this price? See how it's bearish? But overall we're bullish and expecting to hit off this fair value gap and go higher. But if you were on a 5-minute time frame, all you would see is this. You would think we're bearish because you're just looking at that lower time frame. But when we hit that key level, which is this imbalance right here, what are we going to expect to do? Well, let's see. Since this fair value gap's so big, we're probably going to go around here in the fair value gap, I would say. If I were to guess, it would be right here. So if we invert this 4-hour fair value gap, right? let's say we close below it, we can expect price to go take out this external liquidity. If we respect this fair value gap, we expect price to take out the external liquidity up here resting and keep going higher. And I mean, to the fucking tick. That's exactly what you get. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, but right here, why did I expect price to go right here? Well, if you watch my previous videos, we have a low, a high, lower low, higher high. This right here is a bullish breaker block, so we can expect this to support price and push us up higher, especially since we just filled this imbalance, aka a fair value gap. But going back to that, a lower bearish on a lower time frame can be bullish on a higher time frame. So while you're in this 5 minutes, see if it goes down. Oh, it actually did. Okay. See, that's that 4 hour right here. That big 4 hour imbalance we had. It's all of this in here, right? But if you're looking just at a 5 minute or a 1 minute, all of this price action is bullish. That's all it is. It's all bullish. Or it's all bearish, sorry. It's all bearish. Once we hit that key level, which is that imbalance on that 4 hour, then we can expect price to go take out those highs we had marked earlier, right? But if you're just looking at a 5 minute, this is all bullet. This is all bearish. So that's why it's important to look at all time frames and not just a 1 minute time frame. Let me get into the trade that I took today. This stuff that I'm explaining, unfortunately, is very confusing. And the only way you're actually going to learn it, trust me, I know this for a fact, the only way you're going to learn it is by going in your charts every day and marking this out. Every single day you just got to mark this stuff out, and that's the only way you're going to learn, right? So, the trade I took today was around 12:30, right? Now, what do we have here? Well, I see we had an SMT with ES. Again, another video I posted on. We had an SMT with ES right here. So I was honestly expecting price to push us up. But first off, where's my draw on liquidity, right? So if you scroll in, you can see that these highs are completely equal. The high of this candle is 21,466 and the high of this candle is 21,466. So they're completely equal, not a tick apart in distance, right? So that's my draw on liquidity. I only trade equal highs and equal lows, right? And I look for an inversion fair value gap up to those equal highs, okay? So I'm waiting for that fair value gap to form, which is right here. So if we invert this fair value gap, I expect price to push us higher and take out these equal highs right here. Especially since we had an SMT with ES, right? However, we did not get that SMT. The SMT did not hold, which is fine because there was no entry. Notice how we respected this gap right here and we never inverted it. This is just a regular fair value gap. But if this candle right here, this big down close candle right here, inverted this gap and closed above it, I would have taken a long there. But notice how we respected it. We respected that imbalance on a lower time frame. This is an imbalance, correct? This is what we just talked about. On a 1 minute time frame, there's our imbalance, right? So now we're looking for our external liquidity, which is where we're going to go next. Well, our external liquidity is marked right here. It's these equal highs up here. That's our external liquidity. And what's the lower, or what's the bottom, the other external liquidity? It's this sell side liquidity down here. And if this, like I said earlier, if this inverted this fair value gap, we would go take out this external liquidity. But since we respected this imbalance slash fair value gap, we took out the sell side liquidity resting down here. Now, after we took out this sell side liquidity, aka external liquidity, what can you expect price to do? Well, you're going to see price go up, and now we're going to take out this external liquidity, right? Bang. There's that inversion. Great displacement. We also closed above this swing high right there, so that is a market structure shift on a lower time frame. We had a great candle right here. We closed through that imbalance, aka that fair value gap. So I'm longing. My stop loss is just anywhere here, anywhere right here, or just below that fair value gap, which is now an inversion fair value gap. And I'm targeting, my stop loss is right below support block, and I'm targeting the equal highs up there. What can we expect to happen? And price goes and takes out those equal highs. So yeah, that's basically it. What you just saw earlier in the video is the same thing as this, just on a lower time frame. It all applies. Obviously, a higher time frame is stronger, but I'm not going to sit for days and wait for one setup a month. Right? I'm going to take the setup multiple times